Here we are at the mouth of the Itchtucknee River. This is where the cool, clear waters of the Itch meet the brown waters of the Santa Fe. The two flow together all the way down to the Suwannee and then to the Gulf of Mexico. We took a day of our vacation and we kayaked about 10 miles on the Santa Fe River. And just like the Itchtucknee, it was teeming with wildlife. The Santa Fe is a larger river than the Itch in both length and width. However, the terrain of the banks is very similar. You'll see a lot of the same hardwood trees and other plants that you'll see on the Itch. You'll see a lot of the same wildlife that you'll see on the Itch too. Plenty of turtles, for example, and the bird life as well, like these ibis, egret, this limpkin, herons by the dozens, hawks, and of course the fussy kingfisher. There are a few notable exceptions, however. On the Santa Fe, you have a much better chance of seeing Florida's most famous reptile, the American alligator. And while gators are enough to give anybody pause, you really don't have to worry about them messing with you. The gators have plenty of other food to eat besides you, and they also have a healthy fear of people. Another species we encountered on the Santa Fe that we didn't see on the Itch was this bald eagle. The bald eagle population is rebounding after teetering on the brink of extinction for years, so we were thrilled to see this one sitting high in a tree watching us paddle downstream. Another unique characteristic of the Santa Fe is a native species the locals call Naked Ed. Naked Ed is a self-appointed guardian of Lily Springs, and he lives there year-round in a 6x6 shanty that he built himself. Ed is a friendly guy and loves to visit with everybody who comes by. Although thankfully not naked on this particularly cool fall day so we could film him, Ed was his usual friendly self, and we enjoyed visiting with him for a while before we headed back out into the river to continue downstream. Here we are at Rum Island, one of the many springs that feed into the Santa Fe River. This is a great example of the crystal clear waters meeting the brown waters of the Santa Fe. The Santa Fe and the Suwannee rivers are stained brown by the tannin that comes from the bald cypress trees that line the banks. And on the approximately 10-mile stretch of Santa Fe that we paddled on this day, there are about 12 named springs that flow into the river. And although we saw cormorants on the Itch, we didn't see an anhinga like this one. And I have to admit, I have a hard time telling the difference between the two. But this anhinga is obliging us with a nice pose, so we can clearly see his chest, which is much lighter than the cormorants. We spotted this osprey who had just caught his lunch, and at first we thought he had some sort of snake. But look closely and you see what he really has is a long skinny fish, probably a garfish. We've never been disappointed when we kayak the Santa Fe, and even if you can't make the trip to North Florida soon, we hope you'll be inspired to visit a river or lake near you and see what kind of wildlife is living there. Thank you for joining us. My name is Carol Bowie Jackson, and here's hoping you smell like dirt.